Hey, how's it going everybody? Welcome to this video about the 1.8 update. It's got another patch on it. It is pre-release version 2. So it's version 2 of a pre-release of a beta game. Kind of getting complex here. It's like Inception beta. But anyway, I'm going to list the updates and also put them in the description for you to check out if you want to. Anyway, I'm going to go through them as quick as I can. SSP chunk memory leak. For those of you who don't know, that stands for survival single player. And in Minecraft, that's basically just the normal game mode other than creative mode that we've got so far. And they said they've solved a memory leak, and as I said in my first video when I first started playing it, I did mention that there was some sort of FPS issue going on, and they've solved that, it seems, and it has been much smoother when I went on, so that's really good to know. The second update, or I guess the second patch to the update, is Minecraft density is now half. I'm not sure which definition they're going by here, because it could either mean that the amount of things in the mineshafts are lower, as in there's not as much features in it now. No, not as much content in it now, if that makes sense, because they did go on and on and on. They kept spawning and spawning as you went on. It was progressive spawning, which kind of seemed weird, but either they mean that, or they mean that it is actually it actually means that they're not going to spawn as much in the world, so less mine shafts or less tracks and stuff in mine shafts, if that makes sense. Anyway, the third thing is increased stronghold count to 3 per map. That is really, really good. I'm glad to hear this because, you know, I play Minecraft myself anyway. This is my single player world footage you're probably seeing here. And yeah, this means that instead of 1 stronghold per map, there's now 3, which is really cool because it's hard to find. I haven't even found one of them on survival. I've only found one on creative, so that is a really good thing they've put in. Anyway, the fourth thing is something pretty simple. It is the furnace tile entity crash. Basically, there was a problem with the furnace that made the game crash. It hadn't happened to me, but I had heard it happen to others. There's a lot of other crash bugs that they fixed, which is obviously really good. That's what we want to see. Bear in mind, this update isn't actually out yet. Technically, we shouldn't have it anyway. So, I mean, if anyone's complaining, you can't really complain too much because you're not even supposed to have it, if that makes sense, sort of. But anyway, the fifth thing is crafting bench ghost items. Now, basically, I noticed this a ton. It got on really annoying. Basically, what would happen is, as you were on your workbench crafting away and you drop an item, or you're done crafting, it would then drop the items that you'd crafted with on the floor, which seemed a bit weird. I didn't notice it at first. I thought I was just dropping items, but as you go over them, it duplicated them, but you couldn't pick them up, which is obviously the ghosting part of it. Anyway, the sixth thing is vines and also leaves crash in the nether. Basically, if you put vines down or leaves down in the nether, it would make it crash. I think it's because those items weren't supposed to be in the nether, and they never coded it in so that it will recognize what they were when you went into the nether, because it's technically a different basically, as you go into the nether for a portal, you'll notice it says loading nether. That's pretty much a different world it's loading, and so it obviously didn't recognize these items, so it made it crash. Pretty simple. Anyway, the seventh thing is use item animation in SMP, which is survival multiplayer. Blocking and eating, so now it shows you blocking and eating in single multiplayer. Pretty good. Blocking is now in survival multiplayer. This is getting complex because he just listed 2 things. Pretty much the same thing, except obviously now blocking works, which is good. I hadn't actually played it yet. I'm waiting for the 1.8 update to come out officially. Anyway, sprinting with right click or sneaking. Now, if you press the sneaking button or right click, sometimes it would make you sprint. I'm not really sure why. Maybe it was someone else's, some people's keybinds were wrong or something like that. Not sure. That never happened to me. But anyway, the 10th thing is added some blocks to creative mode. I'm pretty sure that's going to be some things like pumpkins. No, pumpkins were already in there. There was a couple of items. I can't actually remember them, but there were. I believe it was 3 or 4 things that were missing, because I can remember people talking about on Twitter. I've actually forgotten what it is. Whatever it is, that's good to know. You know, everything should be in creative mode so you can create your own stuff in it. Fixed dropping items. Not sure what that is, but again, I guess that's good. I'll skip this one because I don't know what it is. I'm not going to talk about something I don't know about. Nothing can be eaten in creative mode. Now, I didn't really know why they would bother adding eating into creative mode since you can't die anyway, but I guess it's to test out animations and stuff, so, you know, that's fair enough. Endermen client-side problems. I have noticed this. Basically, an Enderman, when you looked at them, sometimes they wouldn't teleport towards you, sometimes they wouldn't attack you. Things were balls up, but you'd often see basically a client-side problem. Usually it would happen on a multiplayer world. For instance, you looked at them on your client, they don't come towards you, but on the server they do, if that makes sense. So they're actually attacking you, but you don't see it because on your client you're not seeing it. and it's not the multiplayer server isn't sending the information to your client, if that makes sense. Tried to explain that the best I could. Anyway, chicken and cow drop burned food. This was actually a sort of glitch, but I don't know if you know this, but if they die in a fire, they drop cooked meat. I believe they were doing that sometimes for no reason at all. I'm not exactly sure, but there's another thing which is the 15th. We're on the 15th thing now. We're almost done, but we're on the 15th thing. That is squids drop XP. Now, this is another trivial one, but I guess it makes sense. XP doesn't work right now in 1.8. I think it will be in 1.9, where you have different skills with different XP, and then it allows you to be better in that skill. But the next thing, 16th update, is 1.7 worlds should get structures. Now, this is something that a lot of people didn't realize. If you used your 1.7 old world, you wouldn't get any structures. You wouldn't get villages, you wouldn't get strongholds, or dungeons. Well, they're kind of the same thing, strongholds and dungeons. But basically, all the new structures, the mine shafts, etc., that were in 1.8, you wouldn't get in your 1.7 world. But now you can. You just need to go and explore further, and then you'll be able to find them. It may take a while, but you will find them eventually. Well, hopefully at least. Anyway, 17, farmlands rejecting melon and pumpkin seeds. Basically, when you had tilled with a hoe, when you had tilled with a hoe and made the ground fertilized or whatever, then when you put the melon or pumpkin seeds down, it wouldn't let you plant them. It would just pop back up as if you know, you couldn't place them there. But that's fixed now, which is good, because I actually tried doing this in my single player world and it wouldn't let me, but now it can, which is awesome, because I want to get some of those pumpkins and melons going. Melon farm, pumpkin farm. Anyway, 18th, bone meal on melon and pumpkins. This is good. This means you can grow melons and pumpkins instantly with bone meal, which you get from bones, if you didn't know, and skeletons. And again, bone meal on mushroom only works on dirt and grass now, which basically means that before you could grow, because mushrooms grow on rock and whatnot, you could use them on rock. I'm not sure why they've made it only dirt and grass. There's got to be a reason for that. I guess a balance issue maybe. Not really sure. Anyway, 20th, we're almost there. 20th, added item drops for cracked and mossy smooth smooth stone. Basically, when you mined smooth stone or mossy smooth stone brick, it wouldn't give you the items, or at least it didn't give the items for me when I tried it personally. I'm pretty sure that's what they mean. And the final update, the 21st, this is how crazy I'm getting from quoting 20 different updates. 21st update is adjusted fog strength at low positions. Basically, if you were low down, then the fog for some reason would not render correctly above you or below you sometimes. Like say you were looking at a mountain, it would look all foggy when you have it, your render distance even on far. That is now fixed. Anyway guys, that's all I've got for you. Hope you enjoyed this long commentary. It's been about 8 minutes or so. Please give me a like if it helped you out, and that's pretty much it. Leave a comment and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching, guys.